much, Omar. Very nice to see you. I just want to let everyone know that Omar is a very special student. When he joined my course, I thought he was already an expert in chemistry before he even joined, but the changes that happened during the year were just amazing. So can you tell me more about you and probably tell me more about you before you started the course?
Yeah, okay. So at the beginning, I want to thank everyone who were assigned to me, my parents, my brothers, the supportive team, Dr. Ahmed, Dr. Habiba, and Mr. Mustafa, and of course, the most supportive person, Dr. Nirvana.
You, I have to say your parents are very special. What do your parents do? What?
So actually, yeah, so actually, my father is an engineer, and my mother, she's a housewife, but she actually is an engineer in the past time.
Wow, both parents are engineers.
Yes.
No wonder why your math skills are just like genetically is like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
inherited. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for thanking the team. I mean, they did a great job. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for acknowledging the work that happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That was very thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. So
Welcome.
yeah, tell me more. What why did you join? I mean, it didn't seem to me that you need any classes or courses. So what happened? Why did you join?
So actually, before joining the course for a year, I actually usually attended the chemistry in my school, but actually I hated chemistry at all. And even my teacher commented on that at the end of the class, like you need help, you need to study more, everything. But actually, the other subjects I was amazing in it. But after this year, I like hated the chemistry and I hated everything. So I switched to another school. I thought it was gonna be helpful, and for sure it was helpful. I found there a supportive teacher, and actually at that time I even joined Dr. Nirvana course, and it was very supportive. The two factors were very helpful at that time, um, and I found that the teacher itself has a huge factor in allowing the student to either hate or love the course or the subject or even doing the homework or not or attending or not. It has a huge factor. So gradually I started loving chemistry and studying it more, and it was the most subject that is the most adorable subject that I loved at that time.
That is just like warmth to my heart. Like I mean, it's surprising. I have to be honest. I'm very surprised that Omar Walid used to hate chemistry because like I thought Omar is the expert in chemistry from day one. Honestly, I did not see any struggle like whatsoever. The whole year you were just very diligent, you attended on time, you did the homework on time. The quality of your homework was just amazing. Like it was really good. The way you wrote the answers, wow. So I'm really surprised. And at the same time, you are absolutely right. The environment does affect the enthusiasm to attend, to do the homework. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's really amazing. So
yeah,
so that was your enthusiasm. You were not like really liking the subject and then you started
yeah,
liking the subject, which is amazing. Like that's really
yeah.
amazing. Your grades.
So actually, since day one, I usually do the homeworks and attend all the classes regularly, and I couldn't find like any changes, like huge changes from the day one to the final day, since it was very high, like even full marks on, or even to lose 1 mark in the mocks and
Yes, I
and
just want to
even the
tell
exams and all that.
viewers that Omar was very consistent. I've never seen any dip. I mean, I've had a lot of students who would usually around December would say, "Oh, I cannot do the homework because I'm so busy with exams and stuff." But I never saw any dip with like you were very, very consistent. What's the secret to that?
So actually, my parents is the secret. They gave me the freedom. It was either to do it, or not to do it, and they had they did not put any pressure on me to solve the homework or do the exams or anything. They just told me, do whatever you want. And actually, I love the chemistry, and I stayed day and night solving the homeworks and the exams. and it was the most important thing in my life at that time.
Solving the homework was the most important thing for you. Like it was
Yes.
priority in
Yeah.
your year. You were year 10 last year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Grade 10. Okay. Yeah. So that was pretty much your experience during the course is you attend the lesson, you do the homework on
Yeah.
time, you submit it on time,
Yeah.
even if you stayed up all night, you just do the
Yeah.
homework. And your parents were like, well, it's up to you. You want to be successful, you do the homework. Wow,
Yeah.
that's really
So actually, the key of success in the IGCC and aiming for achiever or even high grades and or A star is solving, and
oh.
doing everything on time.
So that is, I was about to ask you, what's the secret? What's your number one advice? It's
Yeah.
solving the homework or the past papers or what have you. In our case, it was like a huge, massive homework after
Yeah.
each lesson. That's
Yeah.
I love this advice. I really hope that people take it to heart and actually
Yeah.
accomplish this and do this exactly. You did an amazing job. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure you stayed up a lot of nights.
Yes, for sure.
So anything else you want to make sure new, I mean, this video is for new students.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely for students who just finished year 9 or grade 9 and are going to year 10 and they're about to start their IGCSEs and they are enthusiastic about they really want to accomplish something. So other than solving and being diligent and being on time, is there anything else they need to know?
So actually, you need to get prepared before the session, not just joining the session and you are going to learn new things. No, you must read about it before joining the session. And actually, the other thing is that do not delay anything because as soon as you delay, you other things is going to be delayed as well. So you need to do everything on time. And for RGCC, for sure, solving is the key of success.
I love this advice, and I did not expect anybody to say this advice. This is a very unique advice.
Yeah.
To prepare before the session. How did you prepare before my session?
So actually, there are several ways to prepare before the session. One of them is to watch the pre-recorded videos, which are actually uploaded on the website, and or even just read the notes, go throughout. Like it won't take 1 to 2 minutes to just reading it.
True.
And yeah,
Yeah. So the two ways I have on my website, there are pre-recorded videos that students can watch before joining my session. Or the second way is to read the notes, or the textbook.
yeah,
How long did so you said the textbook takes few minutes to read. How about
yeah.
the recorded videos? How long were they? I know
So
how long
actually,
they were, but I want to.
yeah. So actually, it is about 5 to 10 minutes. So it's actually very neat. Like some can reach to 20 and 25 minutes, but no
Yes,
problem. Yeah,
yes, that's true. Those pre-recorded videos are anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes max.
yeah,
So that's that's the first time I know that Omar, you watched the videos before the session. I didn't know that. That actually explains a lot of the quality of the quality of your questions in the sessions were not basic questions. You
yeah,
asked really high level questions, and I was like, this guy knows everything. Like, no wonder. So you listen to the class for or the lesson in the short
yeah,
recorded video first before joining, and that's why you were like your questions were spot on. That's
yeah.
a wow. That's a super advice. Oh my God, that's amazing. Anything else that students really
Um, I guess uh, keep their aim all the time the same. Like at the beginning of the course, I asked every single student who were in my class, their aim was to go for achievers. So actually, after a few months after that, student just wanted to get just
just
A
a star?
star.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the exam, they're like just A star. Just
Just
I need A
achieve
star. Yeah,
fast.
no
Yeah.
need for achiever. Yeah,
Keep your goal. Do not, yeah, because if you so yes, this is actually common at the beginning of the year. In August, I usually have students who say, I want to be a high achiever, I want to get 200 out of 200. And then a few months later, I don't hear this talk anymore. And I'm like, what
yeah,
happened? Where are those big goals. So keep the big goal. That's an amazing third advice. So number one, solve a lot. And everyone who's viewing this, Omar solved on time. Like he did not delay, and he did mention, do not delay your homework. That's why I like. I mean, thank you so much for having this interview with me, because
You're
like
welcome.
coming out of your mouth is very different than it, because I say this all the time, do the homework, guys. You know, I never say prepare before lesson, but I'm going to start doing this. But this coming from you is very different. So solve on time, do not delay, because if you delay, it's going to accumulate. Number two, listen to the pre-recorded videos before joining the
Yeah,
class. And number three, keep your goal. Don't, why settle? Why less than the best? So I mean, because if you keep your goal at 200 out of 200, the worst that can happen is get 190 or 185, which is still an
yeah,
A star. There's no way losing the A star. But if your goal is just A star, there's a chance of losing it. If I mean, if you miss a question, that's it.
yeah.
So it's an amazing. Oh my God, Omar, you blew my mind. These advice. I mean, this is really good. Um, why do you think it's so important to have a really high goal, high standards? It's not just an A.
Um, so actually, I do not want to be like in second place or third place. I need to be in first place always, like to be the best. I need to show my best in everything. Like even in my worst cases, I need to be the best
Yeah.
over anyone. Yeah. So
So what do
everyone need, yeah.
go go ahead?
So yeah, yeah, okay, okay. So everyone and every single one need to aim for the achiever from day one till after the exam. Even after you submitted your exam to the examiner, you need to aim for the achiever, not just for the A star, because A star you would say, it's not time to solve right now the homework, or not to do the exam, or not to do the mock, and you it will accumulate actually, and it's gonna be very bad.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
Because if you don't solve 2.2, lesson 2.2, for example, and today I
yeah.
teach 2.3, now you have 2.2 and 2.3.
2.3, yeah,
Large homework. That is going to be really
yeah.
bigger. So what do you want to do in the future? What do you want to be?
Right now I'm planning to take biology AS and math AS and continue them in grade 12, and I want to join mid school in Cairo University.
Ah, medical school. So
Yeah,
that's why it's so important to be the best. Because I
yeah,
mean, if I'm gonna go to a doctor, I want to go to the best doctor. And if
yeah,
I'm gonna hire an engineer, I want to hire the best engineer. And even a teacher, if I'm hiring a teacher for my kids, I have little kids, I want the best teacher. So that's why it's so important to be the best, not just a good engineer, a good doctor, but actually the best in your profession. That's a great attitude. And you started this attitude from a very young age. And
yeah,
I know you're gonna keep this attitude like until you become a doctor and beyond. And lucky patients. You have the best doctor, Dr. Omar Walid. That's really amazing. So, Omar, what was, and this question is not really for new students, but it's for me to help new students.
yeah.
What do you think was the best thing in the course that I should make sure to keep or even improve so that new students have a great experience just like you did?
So actually, I love everything in the course, but I pointed that some students admire the pre-recorded videos. I actually love the notes more than everything.
The
The notes
notes.
included everything, even the summaries, even every single thing related to the text and points, and everything is related to the question, and it came actually in the exam.
Oh, okay. So the reason you like the notes is that it helps you solve the questions.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
clear. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's what you like. Did,
yeah,
did,
the
did you
notes
like the diagrams or the pictures?
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's amazing. So the
yeah,
notes you felt were very helpful.
yeah.
Um, I know some students didn't even read the notes, I think. But that's pretty important. I mean, I prepared these notes for a reason. That's amazing. So Omar, other than staying on track and doing the homework on time, is there anything else that you did? Any other secrets?
Um, well, I told you the secret is solving, solving, solving. Another thing that my parent gave me the freedom to do anything. Like the parent should give the student the freedom. And actually, if they give the freedom to their child, they will the child himself would either be a successful or nothing. So himself, he want to be something in the future,
Yes.
like an aim for a huge goal and to be the best in his life.
So, Omar, you mentioned that you kept your goal of being a high achiever, specifically scoring 200 out of 200, because
Yes.
that's just the top. Like there's nothing better than 200 out of 200. So, but keeping this goal throughout the year with all the difficulties, with all the huge homework, with all the staying up a little bit extra at
Yeah.
night, that really requires motivation all year long. So how did you keep your motivation all year long? Like, did you do meditation? Like, how did you do it?
So actually, I removed any distraction from me. Like actually, I thought that my family is when they are not sleeping and they are in the house or anything, I would just go to them and talk with them. So I actually studied at the night when everyone is asleep, so I
I
could be alone at the.
I remember, was it you who said in Ramadan you're gonna study in the morning because everybody's sleeping? I think it was you. I cannot remember. No, no, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't you. It was
No,
Muhammad
no, no.
Arnaout. Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah, yeah,
said, I want to study when everybody's sleeping. So that's key is distraction. Do you have a phone, Omar?
for sure. Yeah. who
For sure,
who
yeah.
doesn't have
Everybody has a phone. But
till
so
now?
everybody has a phone. But here's the thing: are you using the phone all the time and checking notifications and going to YouTube and doing games and stuff?
So actually, no one doesn't do it. So actually, I did do it, but not a lot. Like before sleeping, just few minutes. It could lead to 1 hour in holidays, but
Yeah, a few minutes before going to bed of
yeah,
distractions
yeah,
and games, and maybe a couple of hours if it's a holiday or a weekend.
yeah,
But it wasn't a distraction.
yeah. I actually at the beginning of the session, I usually had my phone, but as soon as you join the session and you say hi guys and these things, I just get my phone and put it away in another room in the kitchen and anything. So it would
So you
be
put the phone
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's really important. Well, Amar, that's amazing. I mean, you said so many important things, no distractions, do the homework on time,
yeah,
keep your goal. Um, I love your advice for parents. That's not
yeah,
for students, that's for parents. Hey, I mean, give them the freedom to actually choose their future, and that's going
yeah,
to make them more motivated. It looks like this motivated so much is like
yeah,
I'm not, I mean, my parents are not pushing or anything, so I've got to do it
yeah,
and prepare before session.
yeah.
Anything else? Did I miss anything? Notes.
Solving.
Solving. Oh, solving is the big
Yeah,
one. So if there's one word, it's solving. Solve a lot of questions. And I do give a big homework, so they don't
yeah,
have to like all they need to do is just solve my homework.
yeah,
That's be more than enough.
yeah,
Anything else, Omar? I mean, that was amazing. I mean, that's really great interview.
yeah. But actually, solving, I just can't go and solve one sheet or two sheets from your homework, doctor. But you should solve every single thing in the homework. Do not leave anything.
Yes, every
Yeah,
single, yeah, you were amazing because you submitted all the files. I usually had like
yeah,
7 little files and you submitted all of them.
yeah,
Most students would submit like 4 because that was my minimum. Is like I said, the
yeah,
minimum, guys, is 4 files out of 7. I mean, if you skip 3, that's fine, but minimum is 4, and you submitted all 7. And
yeah.
that's
Yeah, because I felt that not submitting one file or two, I I didn't consider it as homework. I felt that I'm missing something out there. Yeah, I could just say maybe that question that I didn't solve would come in my exam and I could not solve it.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, Omar, basically, you did everything possible that can be done, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
One last question before you go, and let me know if you want to add anything.
Yeah.
Um, is it possible to achieve the 200 out of 200 or be the high achiever or be the highest in the world in chemistry?
Yes. For sure, it's possible. As soon as many students did it before us, it's possible to be done by any student. Just like get get started by the course and everything, and you will just get 200 out of 200 easily.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Omar. Is there anything else you want to add?
Uh, for sure, my key to success is solving. Just
Yeah,
this, just this word, solving,
solving and on
and
time. Because if you don't do it
on
on time,
time. Yeah,
it's gonna accumulate and
yeah.
you're gonna be overwhelmed. So that's it.
Accumulation in Dr. Nirvana course is very bad. For sure.
The accumulation is very bad. Yes.
Yeah,
Like if you skip one lesson or like if you don't do the whole homework for just one lesson, it gets huge.
yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
that's very, very true. Omar,
Yes,
thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am because um, I noticed you from day one. Um, your again, the way I noticed you is the quality of your homework. That's number one. And number two, the quality of the questions you ask. And now I know the secret for the quality of the questions you ask because you actually watch the pre-recorded work on the website,
yeah,
which again, I'm saying it doesn't take more than 15 minutes. Sometimes the lesson is like 5 minutes. So I
yeah,
mean, it's really, really tiny.
yeah,
Um, so that those are the two things I noticed. And I was like in my head, by the end of the year, I have to interview Omar because he's doing something that nobody else, very few, I mean, maybe 2, 3 students who are doing what you're doing. And I'll find out. I have interview other interviews with other students. So I will find
yeah.
out what exactly they're doing. But I now know the secret. And uh, it's just thank you. I mean, I'm very grateful for this interview. I know it's going to matter so much with the new students, and I really
Yeah,
hope they write down, and I hope they write it down in big font, solve,
yeah,
solve on
yeah,
time, lots and lots and lots. Don't skip anything from Miss Nirvana's homework. So
yeah,
that's amazing. Omar, thank you so much. Best wishes in your AS and A-level biology and math, right? You said biology and math.
yeah, yeah. Both of
Perfect
them.
subjects for medical school, and best wishes in your medical school when you go to Cairo University. It's one of the best universities.
Yeah,
So but really best wishes in that. And your skills in doing work on time is going to help you so much in medical school. Like you guys are going to
yeah,
learn all the names of all bones and muscles and joints. So that's
yeah.
yeah. So best wishes. Keep in touch. I'm sure you're going to keep in touch. I mean, it's
For
Omar.
sure, perfect.
So thank you so, so, so much, Omar. All
Yeah,
right.
welcome, doctor.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.